Hey everyone! Today we're talking about one of the ocean's most incredible creatures, the mantis shrimp. They can see colors we can't even imagine. They punch harder than a bullet, and they're absolutely gorgeous. It sounds amazing, right? Wrong. Let me tell you why being a mantis shrimp is actually a living nightmare. So you've got the most complex eyes in the animal kingdom. You can throw punches that literally boil water, and you're decked out in neon colors that would make a rave jealous. But here's the problem. Your superpowers are destroying you. You're constantly breaking your own body. You can't even process what you're seeing. Everyone's terrified of you. And you're so aggressive that you can't even stand other mantis shrimps. You're basically a superhero with crippling side effects. Let's start with those famous eyes. Mantis shrimp have the most complex color vision in the animal kingdom. Humans have 3 color receptors. Mantis shrimps, they have 16. That means you can see ultraviolet, infrared, and polarized light. You can detect colors that don't even have names in human language. You're seeing an entirely different universe than the rest of us. Sounds incredible, right? Except your brain can't actually process it properly. Scientists discovered that mantis shrimp brains are actually really simple. You have all this visual information flooding in, more than any creature on Earth, but your brain can't combine it into a coherent picture like ours can. So instead of seeing a beautiful, complex world, you're getting hit with overwhelming sensory data that you can barely organize. It's like having a 16K ultra-high-definition TV, but your brain is running on Windows 95. You're not experiencing a richer visual world, you're experiencing visual chaos. Constant information overload, all the time, forever. Oh, and your eyes move independently like a chameleon, which sounds cool until you realize it probably makes you constantly dizzy and disoriented. Now let's talk about your famous punch. This is what made you internet famous. Your strike is so fast, 50 meter in a fraction of a second, that it creates cavitation bubbles in the water. Those bubbles collapse with so much force they produce light, heat, and a shockwave. You're literally creating underwater explosions with your fists. You can shatter aquarium glass. You've broken fingers of researchers trying to study you. You can split open crab shells, crack clamshells, and obliterate snails. You're basically an underwater Mike Tyson with hammers for hands. But here's what they don't tell you. You're constantly breaking yourself. Those appendages you use to punch, they're calcified clubs that take massive damage every single time you strike. We're talking structural fractures, chips, cracks, basically the equivalent of punching concrete walls. With your bare hands repeatedly, your body has to constantly repair and regrow these clubs. You molt regularly just to fix the damage you do to yourself. It's like having a superpower that requires you to break your own bones every time you use it. And you have to use it because you need to eat, and hunting requires punching. So you're trapped in this cycle of punch, pray, break your clubs, heal, punch, pray again, break them again forever. You're literally built to self-destruct. Now here's where it gets really sad. You're one of the most aggressive animals in the ocean. And I don't mean aggressive like territorial fish that defends its spot. I mean aggressive like homicidally violent to everything, including your own species. You live alone in burrows because you have to. You can't tolerate any other mantis shrimps near you. If another one shows up, you fight to the death. Not sometimes, every time. Scientists have tried to study you in groups. It never works. You either kill each other or beat each other so badly they have to separate you. You're so aggressive you attack your own reflection in mirrors. You'll fight your own shadow. Some species will even try to punch the glass of their aquarium just because they're mad. Imagine being so hardwired for violence that you can never have a friend, a neighbor, or even a peaceful moment. You're in a permanent state of territorial rage. And mating? Oh boy. Mating is a nightmare. Males and females are both incredibly aggressive. So when it's time to reproduce, you have to do this incredibly dangerous dance where you're trying not to murder each other long enough to mate. One wrong move and somebody's getting clubbed to death. Some species of mantis shrimp, females will just straight up eat the males after mating. Others will attack them immediately. It's like every relationship is a fight scene from an action movie. And let's talk about your appearance. You're stunning, seriously. You look like someone designed you in Photoshop using only the vibrant and neon color presets. Brilliant blues, electric greens, hot pinks, neon oranges. You're a living rainbow, which is beautiful, except every predator in the ocean can see you from a mile away. Remember, the ocean is mostly blue-green. Camouflage is survival. And you're a fluorescent sign advertising exotic shrimp here. Sure, you can defend yourself with your punches, but you're only about 4-6 inches long for most species. A big grouper, octopus or shark isn't scared of you. They'll just eat you in one bite. Your gorgeous colors make you a constant target. You spend most of your life hiding in burrows because you're so visible. You're too pretty to survive comfortably. So let's recap your daily life. You wake up in your burrow alone because you'll attack anything that comes near. Your eyes are bombarding you with visual information your brain can't properly process. You're constantly dizzy because your eyes move independently. You need to hunt, which means punching prey and breaking your own weapons in the process. You're in chronic pain from repeatedly shattering your clubs. Your brilliant colors attract predators, so you can't venture out safely. And if you do encounter another mantis shrimp, you either fight to the death or barely tolerate each other long enough to reproduce, at which point you might still fight to the death. You live maybe 3 to 6 years max, and you spend all of it alone, aggressive, in pain, and overstimulated. That's your entire existence. Oh, and humans think you're cool, so they want to keep you in aquariums, which sounds nice until you realize you immediately try to destroy the tank. You punch the glass, you rearrange everything, you attack the equipment. Aquarium owners have to use special reinforced tanks just to contain you. You can't have tank mates because you'll murder them. Even other mantis shrimps are off limits. You're basically in solitary confinement, constantly angry, with your sensory overload eyes staring at glass walls. Some mantis shrimps in captivity develop behavioral problems from stress. You're too aggressive and powerful for your own good. So yeah, being a mantis shrimp means having the most complex eyes in nature but a brain that can't use them properly. Punching so hard you break your own body constantly. Being so aggressive you can never have social bonds. Living in isolation because you'll fight anything that moves. Being too colorful to hide safely. Mating being a literal fight to the death. Spending your short life alone, in pain, and overstimulated. You're the ocean's ultimate example of suffering from success. Nature gave you superpowers, and every single one of them is a curse. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning why the mantis shrimp's superpowers are actually terrible, hit that like button and subscribe for more Why It Sucks to Be videos. Coming up next, why it sucks to be a sunfish. Spoiler, you're the ocean's most useless creature and everyone agrees. Drop a comment. Would you rather have vision you can't process or punches that break your own arms? Tough choice. See you next time. And remember, sometimes superpowers are just disabilities in disguise.